Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some stuff inside the MPC Live 3. And I've got the Matriarch off to my side, do some sampling, maybe do some MPCe pad manipulation type of stuff. So let's get to it. So I do have the outputs of the Matriarch piped into the inputs. And if I go into the sampler and then hit monitor, you can hear what the Matriarch currently sounds like. So what we're going to do is record some chords and get different variations of the chords. And then what we're going to do is put them into a pad for the MPCe, or multiple pads specifically. It's an interesting technique that you can do to then play through and kind of morph between stuff. So first things first, we need a MIDI track to trigger our chord. I figure we'll do F minor 7, and then C minor 7, and then B flat major. I'm going to turn off time correction because I want to keep my roll that I do. I'm going to go over to arrangement. I'm going to make a new clip. So with some sound design, so next thing, we need an audio track to record this into. Let's name this maybe F minor 7. So we'll get multiple variations of this F minor 7. We're going to go into a new clip. Let's make sure input 1 and 2 is on. Yes. And it is coming in. So fixed recording length is going to be off because I don't know how long this ring out's going to be. I forgot to put the MIDI output. Rookie mistake right there. There we go. Also, this MIDI clip, I need it to be a pretty long length because I don't want it to loop. So I'm just going to make the length of it 15 for now. All right, so I think I'm ready. I'm going to record my first chord into this. Let's do it. Okay, now let's go to the next clip and we're going to change up the sounds here. Something a bit more abrasive. Let's get a third clip. I think I'll switch to saw wave for this. Bit of a dreamy experience right here. And then the fourth one. Guess we'll go to sine wave as well. Yeah, this is nice. And record. So we have 4 F minor 7 chords. Let's turn these into a pad. So I'm going to go new track. I'm going to say drum track. And in this drum track, we're going to edit it. And we'll make pad 11. For some reason, I like these pads up here to do this stuff. So with this, we're going to say the layer play is going to be crossfade. And we're going to stick with A algorithm because it means sample 1, 2, 3, 4 is essentially how it's going to be organized. And that's basically what we want. So if we go streaming, it's under streaming. Yeah, I think it started with, number 2. Next sample over is 3. Layer 3 is rec 4. And layer 4 is rec 5, like so. Also, I don't want these time syncing, so I'm going to turn BPM sync off. And I believe it's already off for the other layers. Which it is, yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, in order to actually make this happen, we have to do some things into the matrix. So here's what we do. We go into the source, MPCe, pad X. So basically, wherever you're at on the X axis is going to affect the target. And the target is going to be global layer crossfade X. All right, so this means, as you can hear, it's fading back and forth, which is exactly what we want. Now, next slot over, we're going to go source, MPCe, and go pad Y. And as you'd guess, it gets information by sliding the finger up on the pad. So we go global, layer crossfade Y. And suddenly we have a really interesting, dreamy, ambient 4 layers happening. Which is really cool. So beyond that, we can add some effects to dreamify it even further with the Air Reverb Pro, which I've been really enjoying. So let's go over to effects. think I'm going to go number 3 on here, just in case I want to add some other stuff. So we'll go Air Reverb Pro. And I think we'll go big. Pretty decent decay. Let's bring this mix down to roughly 30. Move the decay back a bit. Beautiful. This is working out great. Now what I'd like to do is get a couple more chords. So I'm gonna do the same thing with C minor 7 and B flat major. Okay, so we've recorded the other 2 chords. We're gonna go back to our drum program where we have our sample, F minor, C minor, B flat, like so. So one thing that we're gonna do with the amplitude, I want the modulation to be pretty low, velocity to amplitude, because one thing that happens, you know, if you hit a note that's too soft, it'll be too quiet. I don't want that to be the case. And the other thing we have to do is create a choke group, because we want these chords to cut each other off as well. So, mute group, like so. Now, what I'm going to do is put the effects directly on this drum program. If I had drums in here, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want reverb and delay to affect the drums. But because I'm just using these samples in here, I'm totally fine with that. Air Delay Pro, a nice dreamy sound. Take off some of the feedback, also reduce some of the depth. Yeah, already sounding really cool. And then we'll throw Air Reverb Pro on here. Oh, also, I had forgot, I put Air Reverb Pro on this guy, and we're actually gonna take that off. So I was originally thinking about doing the effects right there, but then I changed my mind afterwards here. So we'll go, once again, extra large, drop the mix down, the decay up. Yeah. So I've been recording for about 25 minutes. So a little bit of work right there to throw all those together. But nonetheless, we got it done. So let's actually make something out of this. Let's get a different drum kit in here. Check out Lo-Fi Breeze. Now back to our chords that we made. Let's try recording something here with this. Yeah. We need a bass. So we're gonna go plugins. Let's maybe go to Jura Sub. I'm gonna take off time correction completely because I just want the feel of it. I think I got it. Let's see. So clearly too long, 24 measures at the moment, but I think after the first 4 bars, maybe something. Let's see. We'll go over to clip side right here. Loop start, bar 5. This is what's so nice about this. So I just recorded freeform 24 measures, and I knew the first 4 weren't going to work, but because there's this open fixed length type of thing with the clip feature now, I can just record as much as I need, and then when I know I have it, I can go in and grab that piece and then start working with it, just like a normal DAW. So it's very nice. We need to fatten this up a bit. Nice bit of chunk in there. Soft clip run as well. We need to do some side chaining though. Let's figure out where this kick is. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this kick right here. So let's go into effects. Mother Ducker input's already on here. That is great. Nice convenience right there. Is it bus 1? Yes, it is. It's bus 1. Which means that we're going to go first off to our pads. In fact, we should call these chords. Chords. There we go. Now I'm not going to get confused. With this, we should sidechain the effects and everything. So in Dynamics, Mother Ducker. That's pretty cool. All right, now we need to do it to the bass as well. It's going to be too much if we do it like it is, but we can start with that. We need to add some sparkles on top now. So another plugin, sounds. Let's go Fabric XL, maybe Plux. Kind of like what I did right there. Now you might be thinking, I didn't record, so it's lost. I can actually shift and recall it, and then I have everything that I played, which is very nice. And once again, it just dumps it into whatever the length was, which looks like it was about 16 bars. So I actually need to adjust this to be appropriate. 0 on that. So now it's an even 16 length. Do a couple things. Reverb Pro first. So with the Reverb Pro, let's do a small room. It kind of gives it some space and dimension by doing this, because I don't want it like right in front. Sets it back just a little bit. We'll call this like space pluck. Maybe we should do a lead on the Matriarch, which would tie everything together potentially. Now, the way we could do this, we can go audio track and then also monitor. Yeah. And then let's call this Matri lead. think I recorded 48 measures total on there. And honestly, I like what I did for the most part. Let's actually hear this by itself. Oh, before I do that, I actually have to go and turn off monitoring. Let's turn this down a little bit. Now, the overall character is really nice. I do like it, but I want to do some shaping to it. So initially, let's take out some low end, and we're going to do that with the Air Visual EQ. Now I think Air Flavor Pro to kind of sauce it up even further. Mother Ducker as well. And also, finally, we should probably put some Air Reverb Pro as well. Same thing, I think like a super small room, but a fairly large decay. Yeah, let's see. You know, I actually think I like where this starts around 31. Actually, I think it's 33. So I'm digging this. One thing I want to try, I want to load up another kit. Maybe Classic Drum Machines. Or, wait. There we go. We're gonna like switch up the vibe with this. So with the arrangement that we have right now, I'm actually gonna capture everything into a row. So there's a row 7. I really should have deleted these other tracks too, but I didn't, so we're just gonna have to live with that. I'm gonna kill the drums. I'm gonna kill the bass too. Maybe kill the space blocks as well. Yeah, let's make this a scene 8. We're gonna take everything right here, put it into row 10. So we have this. Let's see what type of bass we can do with this. almost forgot. We need to sidechain this kit. Unless it's already doing it. Let's see. Effects? No, it's not. So, dynamics with the Ducker input. Not sure where I put that with the Ducker. I clearly put it on the wrong thing. Oh, that's what it was. I put it on the wrong... It was a copy of the kit. I put it on the wrong one. Okay. Pretty hard. I don't know. Kind of feeling that. Hi-hats are a little loud. Anyways, that is going to do it for me on this video. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it to the end as well. I do appreciate it. And if you are planning on picking up any gear, I have affiliate links below. They directly support the channel if you do use those links to buy things. If you're planning on already buying them in the first place, you know, I'm not saying you should buy things just because. But if you are planning on scooping an MPC Live 3 and use my links, then it directly supports the channel at no additional charge to you. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging. I will have more videos on the MPC coming out soon. And I'll see you next time for another one. Peace.